Hello dudes, it's Mailloux here, back with another Wynncraft quest guide. Today we are taking a look at Recipe for Disaster. It's a combat level minimum of 96, it's a medium length quest. Meet up with Chef Hamsey in Omsort at those coordinates. We're going to start off by right clicking to track it. Now we're starting in Omsort here, and the area where we find Chef Hamsey is right over here. So we are gonna walk over to the quest over here. We can just walk through Sky Islands here, and here we are. Here we can enter the restaurant, and Chef Hamsey is right over here. Bonjour. Bonjour. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sorry. Let me take you to your seat, Monsieur Mada. Oh, anyway, this way. You deceive me, could it be? Mon ami, the novice soldier, a hero, who would have thought? Let me explain. I'm the cook from Ragni. I traveled to lands far and wide, learned their techniques, and made a restaurant in the Sky Islands. I would offer you a meal, but something, I don't know. You may have mastered the art of battle, but what of the art of cuisine? That's how you say that word. Follow me into the kitchen behind me. There I will tell you more. And then we can start the quest. Now we enter here basically. And here we are. We're now in the Sky's kitchen. And we can speak to Chef Hamsey. Welcome to my cuisine something. It may be on fire, but what is cooking without a little danger or something, I guess. Back to my challenge. What you must do is surpass me in the art of cuisine by making a dish. This will involve gathering all the ingredients you choose to use, making it something. Present it to one of my one of the chefs here, and they will pass that dish on to me. If you triumph, I shall make you Chef Dan. Okay, something. Fail and never again, something. May the culinary gods be in your favor, adventure. Basically, we have to talk to these three people and come up with the dish and present it to Chef Hamsey, who, as he said, is the cook from Ragni, the level 4 quest. So let's start by talking to Bree. We're still in the introductionary section here. Hey, you must be an adventure that Hamsey told me about. You know, he was almost ecstatic, but don't tell him I said that. Usually he's not even half as cheerful as he is now, so you must be a good friend of his. Oh, a cook-off, how exciting. I'll gladly help you out. Maybe this way I can prove myself a bit more to the others. Actually, never mind that. If we work together, we can make a Zork stew. How does that sound? You need to talk to the other chefs before deciding what to make, though. Kale is closest. You should talk to him first, I guess. We can walk over and talk to Kale. When Hamsey told me about a good friend of his, I didn't expect this. As you can clearly see, I am the best chef in this kitchen by far. Hamsey should be the one working for me, but my tastes are far too superior to the residents of Gabble, let alone Wynn. No one appreciates the finer tastes in life in current times. That reminds me, why am I talking to someone like you? I saw you already talk to Bree, so the last chef that you need to talk to is Frank. Frankly, you wouldn't miss much not talking to him. What does Hamsey even see in such a lazy individual? Then we can talk to Frank. How are you? Hamsey said you're an old buddy of his. Helped him while he was still in Ragni. Name's Frank, good to meet you. So old Hamsey roped you into a cook-off, huh? That does sound... he does stuff like this all the time. You've got no idea how many days I've spent in this place for these. I don't have any dish in mind, but I'm sure we can come up with something if you decide to get my help. Since you've talked to all three of us, you might as well talk to whoever you think suits you best. Good luck with the competition and all that. Okay, so before we select, this is why this video is so long, or probably so long I haven't technically finished it yet. But anyways, there are 3 recipes. We can pick 3 different recipes and they will result in 3 different shaders issues. They will result in 3 different rewards. I always go with Brie because not that it's the easiest, but it does give you the best reward. The quest gives you the same amount of LE and everything. It gives, but it does give different sort of chest plates. You get the Chef Hamsey's apron, Smoldering apron from Kale, and Sky Chef's apron from Frank. After completing the quest, if I've remembered it, the link to all these items should be in the description down below, so you can take a look and see which one. So how this guide is going to play out is that I'm going to show you how to get every item, but I'm going to be playing out Brie. So I'm going to be talking to Brie first here. But after we talk to Brie, I'm going to show where to get the items for Kale and Frank. And then we also show where to get the items for Brie, of course. And then we finish up the quest for Brie here. But basically, check the little timeline or the description for timestamps, basically, and I'll show you basically where to get every item. But before that, I'll just list off every item that you'll need, because some of the items are used several times in each recipe, basically. So for Brie, we're gonna end up needing something called a Snail Slime, a Voidroot, Quicksalt, and Zork Rinds. For Kale here, we will need a blue ring Grook egg, a Snail Slime, and a talking mushroom. And for Frank, we'll also need a blue ring Grook egg, sunrise flower, and something called a Skyhigh Raspberry. So those are the items. So if you've chosen to do one of these 2, check the timestamps in the description for those kinds of items. I'm just going to talk to Brie here, who says, hey, so you decided to make the Zork stew with me, hooray! Do note that it's not an easy task, as it might seem. Let me explain what I said before about proving myself to the others. I'm the newest chef here at the kitchen, and some of the other chefs disapprove of my ideas. This could be my chance. I've been perfecting the recipe for my Zork stew for months now, and I finally have a chance to show everyone what I'm worth. Watch out though, the ingredients are quite bizarre. The first one is Snail Slime, available on Snail Island. We only need 1 for this dish. Okay. Next up we need Voidroot, a super rare root found deep in the void. I've heard someone in Sky Islands can take you down there. Okay. Lastly, we need some double jerky, but to make it, we need 2 ingredients. Both can be found in a tower owned by the self-proclaimed space wizard Astralos. Astralos? I don't know. Anyways, we need both Zork Rinds and Quicksalt, both which should be found inside the tower. I'll be cheering you on from here. And there we are. We get the hearty Zork stew recipe here. So, I'll also recommend having some scrolls. But basically, now is the time where the items, we'll look for the items. I'll first show off sort of all the items, and we'll end up with the Zork stew and Quicksalt before we return here. But anyways, check the description for timestamps or the timeline with the chapters for the items you'll need for your part of the quest. And I'll see you back here. Okay, so we're gonna start off here by looking for the blue ring Grook egg. So this will show you how to get that egg, which you'll need if you're doing the recipe for Kale and Frank. So we're gonna start in the center of Omsword, and we're gonna turn around towards the sort of armor and weapon merchant here. Not the bank side, basically the back of Omsword. And what you do is that we go through here to the back. And if we go to the left, there's an exit right here. It leads you to the back behind Omsword. And if we go down this path here, and in this harvest area, we turn to the right, and then we go down this path here. then we continue down here, and when we're down here we go to the left. We just go straight to the west here and down this trail. Here we are. Let's see, lost my walk speed there. And then once we're down here we go to the right through this sort of tunnel area. And then once we're sort of out of that tunnel area, we turn immediately to the left, where we can find this cave. You also get the coordinates in your recipe book. What we do basically is that we go through this cave here. Then we drop down into the water. And here we can find these eggs. And this is the blue ring Grook egg. And then you can just exit through here. It puts you in another cave, and what we do is that we just run through the cave, dodging the Grooks. And here is the exit. We get teleported. And basically, if you go to the right here, you can see the tunnel area is right over here. So you can make your way back to Omsword. Okay, on to the next item. The next item we're going to take a look at is the sunrise flower, which you'll need if you're doing the Frank recipe here. So we're going to start in Omsword, and then we're going to go to the southeast here, sort of next to the bank here, and along this exit. Right over here, we can find the farm, and basically, if we go to the house here, in this farm area, we can find a baker, and baker will basically tell you how to get the sunrise flower. But as you can see here, we need something called high quality sunrise wheat, and you drop it onto the yellow and it will give you the flower. So how do you get that wheat? Well, if you go over to the farm here, it's not visible, but there are mobs here, basically in the farm, that are the as you can see, they're sort of invisible for some reason, but basically there are mobs here that are the plants basically, and they drop sunrise wheat. But we don't we're not going to use sunrise wheat. We need high quality. So if we go along here, and it might be that they're invisible if you don't have it in your sort of as your selected one. But as you can see here, killing the plants here using spells, we got one high quality sunrise wheat. We go into the house, and then we drop it onto the yellow, and then boom, you get the sunrise flower. There you are. And that's how you get that item, and then you can just return to Omsword. Okay, on to the next item. So the next ingredient we're going to take a look at is the Skyhigh Raspberry that you'll need if you're doing Frank's recipe. Now, the Skyhigh Raspberry is a bit far away, so I'd recommend you having an Omsword scroll just to get back quicker. But we're going to start in Omsword here, and we're going to go to the southeast here. We're going to make our way to the Jofash docks. Probably heard of those before if you've done Fantastic Voyage level 90. But if you basically go along the path here that goes sort of to the southeast, and then we go up to this sort of ruin, and then we take to the left here onto this island. Then we go past this rock here, and then we go to the right. And then it's a bit laggy in this area. And then we just go another lag spike. We just go down these sort of flanked areas here. And they will basically go down here to the south. And then we get to this sort of large wall here, and we can go through this tunnel here. We can try to dodge the mobs. This is the Joe Fash tunnel. So the Joe Fash docks are right over here. And then once we get here, basically we can go past the first house. And then we go to the left between these two houses. And we continue along the beach here. That's a bit bright here. But if we just walk along the beach, or we can use movement spells to swim here, doesn't really matter. But we need to sort of make our way along the edge here to the south, over to this large sort of beanstalk, or what it oh, that's not what I meant to do. Over to this thing. The coordinates should be in your recipe book if you're doing this recipe. But basically, if we go up to this thing, and then we sort of parkour up along the beanstalk, or what it is, I don't even know. Oh no. Yeah, my type of luck. Wynncraft hates me with the amount of parkour it forces me to do. Oh, oh come on. We can do this. Oh. Eh. Oh. Oh. No. Why did that make it? Right, we continue. Oop. And we are... Oh my god, are we even halfway? That was so close to fell off. No, that's a too high, isn't it? Oh wait, okay. I would hit my head on that one. Now we're on the top, and here you can find the Skyhigh recipe. Or Skyhigh Raspberry, I mean, whoops. And you only need one for this one. But yeah, and then you can take an arm, so scroll back onto the next ingredient. Or, well, depends on which recipe, but anyways. The next ingredient we're going to take a look at is the talking mushroom for Kale's recipe. We're going to be starting in Omsort here, and we're going to make our way, whoops, that's the wrong thing. We're going to make our way to the north here, past the housing balloon, and onto this island here. Then we go north, basically, along this path. And we can turn to the right over here. And then over here we can turn to the left. Here we can go up to the left here. And then up this way. And then we go to the north, past this tree, not up on this bridge, but right over here. To the right coordinate should be in your recipe book. And here we can find the talking mushroom. You can interact with it, or you can just kill it and pop it. And there you go. There's your talking mushroom. Hey, quit holding me, you numbskull. Yep. And that's it for this ingredient. On to the next ingredient. The next ingredient we're going to take a look at is the Snail Slime, which is used for Bree's recipe and Kale's recipe. We're going to be starting in Omsort here, and we're going to make our way to the north. So so we're gonna leave the Omsort Island here and onto this sort of Angel Island. And then we continue along the path just to the north here, through this archway, and then up this sort of bridge. And here we have the Snail Island. So we go up through this cave, and then we turn to the left. We follow along this path up until this sort of archway. We go through it, and then we climb into this snail right here. We go to the back here. The door is always glitchy. Open it and close it and stuff with an empty hand, not a weapon. And then we can go through this cave here. And we go through underneath that snail over there, and then we can climb down here. Okay, here we have the snail race supervisor, which we'll need to talk to. Hello adventurer, what brings you here? We snails rarely get visitors. On our only use to villagers is our slime, which is used for food to think our mucus is eaten. Oh, another escort person requesting slime to think I got hopeful. Anyway, let me slow down a bit here to explain. I'm in charge of setting up the races against our finest snail. If the challenger wins the race, they get some slime. If you do choose to race, use Snail Bolt here. However, be sure to not take your time. He is incredibly fast. If you triumph against our race target, that means if you're free to get all the slimes you wish for, it's hard for us to run out. So basically go up here, and then we run, and then we get teleported into this, we step on that, and we get our snail slime, and then we can exit through the teleport, and then we can leave this cave here to get back out and back to Omsort. There we are. Okay, I'll see you at Omsort for the next ingredient. The next ingredient that we're gonna take a look at is the Voidroot, used for Breeze recipe. Whoops, that's not. But yeah, for this ingredient, we're gonna start in Omsort, and we're gonna make our way to the west here through the weapon and armor merchant building here. We go to the left here through the back. And we go down this bridge, or walkway, what to call it. And then we can go down here. And then in this farming area, we can turn to the left here and go down this way. And then we continue along downwards here. And then we go over this way. And right over here we can see this crane and also Crank here. You can talk to Crank, but you don't need to. We can basically just walk over to this crane here, be mindful of the gap, and jump onto it. And it should teleport us into a special part of the void. Now, you'll have blindness the entire time you're here. You can see thanks a bit to the shaders here. But basically, there are 3 mini islands here. You can walk along here. We'll be looking for a mob called the Voidroot. We can see one right over there, actually. So you'll be looking around these mini islands here for this mob, Voidroot. You bop it, and then you can return to the crane and just climb the ladder. And get back up. There we are. That's how you get the Voidroot. The last item we're gonna take a look at is the Quicksalt and the Zork Rinds, which you get together for Breeze recipe here. We're gonna be starting in Omsort, and we're gonna make our way to the north here. We're gonna be exiting the Omsort Island and continue along this way here. We can go along the path north here up to the archway. Here we can take to the right and continue this way for a little bit. And then over here, we take to the left up to this ruin area here. Then we can walk up along this wooden staircase here. Line spike. And then up along this one as well. Okay. And then we can go over this way towards the staircase that goes down. And then here, once we're down, we go to the left. We continue along this way. Oh, I forgot to mention, I recommend bringing an Sword scroll for this one. But anyways, we turn over here. Right before it ends, we turn to the left here. Onto this weird island with this weird tower. It's purple and yeah, it's weird. You'll know it when you'll see it. And then when we can just enter here. And we can turn around. Welcome to Astralis Astral Tower. Okay. I missed that. What? Can you get to the top by flip gravity? Okay. Basically, we need to walk onto this platform. And it will flip us upside down. You can see that's the door we came through. And now we need to basically use this to get to the top. So basically, you can see that there's a hole here in the center. We drop through. Come on, there we are. Now we're technically on the second floor. We can now walk onto this flipper again. And then we can walk through this doorway. Here we step onto the flipper once more. We go through this doorway. We drop through to the third floor. Step onto the flipper. Here. No. And we have to parkour on the books here. Through this way. We flip once more. Go through this doorway. And go through to this flipper over here. And then there's a doorway right here. We get teleported to a bridge. We walk over. I thought I told you to get it yourself. Oh, forget it. I'll just teleport you to it. So he doesn't want to share what he has. He's gonna... He flipped us. He sent us to the moon. We have to get it ourselves. So basically, we're now on the moon. And there's a little path here, you can see, that we can take. That will lead us to this mysterious village. And right over here, we can find the regular humium. Humian? I don't know. We can find this machine here. We can talk to him. What takes you here, strangeling? What namings do you have? Human. We claim human. Bad choose. Pick elsewhere, strangeling. Investigating for helping. How many conveniences? Humiums require assisting. You observe human pale flies into a large crater rock. Burn milk. Okay. Nonsense. Refined Quicksalt gives burn milk for space zoom. Inconveniencing space zooms destroyed. Humans create minuscule space zoom. Only singular human can fit in current space zoom. If Strangeling helps human, will get Strangeling in space zoom. Human can create new space zoom given time. Human is currently residing in crater rock, meaning waiting is not a result of death. Quicksalt discovering in Salt Cave, locating north of village. Take many careful. Strangeling Salt Cave has falling danger. To kick space zoom into moving, humans need 18 Quicksalt. Place Quicksalt into machine to refine burn milk. Many luck, Strangeling human. Humans cheerleading in village when ready, traveling space zoom with burn milk. And hold. So basically, we need to go north here of the village here. You can think there's a path, but you can just go rogue here on the moon. You can just go to the north. And over here, we will find this salt cave. And we need to get 18. It needs to teleport you for you to be in the right one. we can basically go through this cave here. And in the back, we can grab 18 void salts. So this is the very back here. Many warns dig a hole in dangers or fall. So here we need to get 18. There we are. We have 18 Quicksalt now. And now we can exit. Now when we exit, it's gonna collapse. So once it lets you go, you need to parkour to get back out. Over here we can see once more. We're gonna parkour. Same thing here. Parkour. And we rush out. There we are. And now it should teleport you once more. Sometimes it doesn't teleport you, /class does help. But anyways, we can now walk down to the south, back to the sort of Humium town. You can also see Wibbles here. They're from space. And now we can basically just drop the 18 into the hoppers. There we are. Remains all given by you, we obtain just right for burn milk. For works for Sterling, we present you gift ×2. Keep extra salt and carry the Zork Rinds. Okay. Basically, now we got the Quicksalt and we got the Zork Rinds, but we also got refined fuel, which you'll need when we get back. How we get back is that we walk over to the south here, into this little rocket ship, and we climb up, and now it took the fuel, and now we fly back. There we are. We've now crashed. We're actually in the Sky Islands, in the border of the mountains here, and then we can exit this. Oh. Why did I have to step right into that fire? But basically, we're now on the edge here. And to get back to Amsod, you can utilize a scroll. But basically, if you want to get back here, you can just walk down this way. I'm just gonna skip the path here. Basically, that's the entrance to the Molten Heights. So if you've ever walked to Amsod from the Molten Heights here, if you follow the path. Ow, why do I get stuck in a tree? If you go down the path here, you can see that it loops around there and leads up there. You can then walk along this path this way to Amsod. I'm just gonna take a scroll, and there we are. Okay, that's it for this or these ingredients. Okay, once you have all your ingredients, I'm doing in this guide Bree's recipe here, which are these 4 ingredients here, but if you're doing any other ones, you might be using those ingredients. But anyways, once you have all the ingredients that your recipe that you're doing calls for, you can return to Amsod here. We can make our way back into the restaurant, Sky's Kitchen over here. And what we do is that we just enter the back here into the kitchen area. And then you can walk to your selected chef and give them the ingredients. We're going to be giving it to Bree. Oh my god, you came back. You were gone for quite a while and I started getting worried about you. And now, just gonna cook it. This stew smells delicious. Remember, you made this all yourself. I just chose the ingredients. This dish definitely has a chance against Hamsey himself. So we gotta present our dish to Hamsey. What do you mean? Okay, basically, what he says is that we need to go to the dining area in the back here. So we go here. There we are. Teleport us instead of letting us walk through the door. Now we give the dish to Hamsey. Welcome back. I see you've returned with a dish in hand. A stew. Seems simple, but even the simplest things in life can be some of the best. Now I can eat it. Adventure, are you sure you made this dish? It's so good I may as well close the restaurant. You never fail to surprise me, friend. Here, take this apron, an essential of any true chef. And there we go, quest completed, recipe for disaster. 4,200,000 experience points, 1 liquefied emerald, 1 apron. In this case, we get the Chef Hamsey's apron. And then you also get access to the juggler fast travel. So now, if you want to fast travel from Sinfrast to Omsword, you can just go to the juggler area and you'll arrive in Omsword. But basically, how to get back is just to walk through this teleport again. And then you can just exit the kitchen area. And that's it for this quest guide. Of course, you get a different apron depending on the chef, but I explained that in the beginning. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.